Hi, guys. It is me, Mrs. Cooks, back again for our Math Day 3. And this week we are talking about place value. And today we are going to talk about double top draw. We're going to play a game called double top draw. So before we get started, I want you to look at this picture that's on the screen. What do we call this thing? What do we call that? Tell your learning coach what we call this little tool that is on your screen. Okay, if you said 10 frame, you are correct. Why do we call this a 10 frame? Because it can hold 10 things. That's right. So I am going to fill our 10 frame up with 10 red counters. When we have a 10 frame, we have a group of 10, and a group of 10 in math, we call that tens. In place value, we call a group of 10 tens. So in this case, we have one group of 10. We have one 10 frame and it has 10 counters in it. So this would be considered our tens, okay? So let's practice counting by tens. When we use our 10 frame, we don't have to count by ones because we know that this holds 10 things. So if I were to turn this way, you would see that it still holds 10 things. And this is our 10 frame, okay? So we're going to count by tens when we see this thing filled up. So let's practice counting by tens to 100. Are you ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So I'm going to add another one, but this time I'm going to do something different with it. What do you notice this time? What do you notice about these two 10 frames? What number do you think this represents? Tell your learning coach what number you think this represents. Well, if you said the number 12, you are correct. In place value, we have a group of tens. We call that 10 when we have a group of 10. And when we have a group of ones, we call that ones. So in this case, we have two ones, 1, 2. If our 10 frame is not filled up, we still have to count by 1. So let's practice some. Let's count this, 10, 11, 12. So what happens if I add two more counters to my 10 frame? What number do I have now? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have the number 14. So I could write a 1 because I have one group of 10 and I have 14 and I have one group that has 4 in it, okay? I have 4 ones, or I could say 4 groups with 1 in it. Because to show 4 groups with 1 in it, I could draw 4 circles and I could put one thing in it. Okay, so let's do some more. What number does that represent? 15, that's right. How many groups of 10 do I have? I have one group of 10. And how many groups of 1, or how many ones do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. Okay, let's add a couple more. Now, what number does this represent? 17, that's right. I have a group of 10 and 7 ones. Let's add another one. How many now? I have a group of 10 and 8 ones. So I have the number 18. If I have a group of 10 and 9 ones, what number do I have? 19, because 19 is one group of 10 and 9 ones. Uh-oh. Well, now I have two groups of 10. So I can say 10, 20, because remember, when we count by tens, it's a group of 10. So when we get to 10, we just say 10. So 10, 20. And 10 plus 10 is 20. You guys are so smart. Keep practicing your place value. And today you're going to do a seesaw activity where you are going to represent numbers 16 to 20 in a 10 frame. How many 10 frames do you think you will use? That's right, you'll use two 10 frames because 16 is bigger than 10. Have a good day. See you next week.